Up with KREM begins now.
Welcome to Up with KREM. Coming up on 6 o'clock this morning, we are tracking breaking news overnight as Spokane police confirm a small pipe bomb was found outside of Sacred Heart. A bomb squad was called to the hospital last night. We're going to get right to the scene live where Nicole Hernandez joins us this morning with new details on what we've learned from investigators just this morning. Good morning, Nicole.
Hey, good morning, Joshua. So this morning, Spokane police told us that they figured out exactly what that item was that was found outside of the Sacred Heart emergency room yesterday evening. According to police, they said that that was a small pipe bomb. Police say it could have injured a person if it went off close to them. However, based on the size and type of the explosive, the hospital building and occupants were not in any danger. Police wanted to emphasize that specifically. They were called out to the hospital last night around 7. According to Spokane PD, someone notified hospital security of the device outside the emergency room entrance. Police described it as a cylindrical and small enough to be handled little device. Because the device was so small, they did not evacuate the hospital. And the ER was not significantly impacted at all, but they did divert some patients and staff to other entrances, and some ambulances were sent to other hospitals. But otherwise, everything operated as normal. Police did block off a few roads directly around the hospital for a little bit. Now, police are still trying to figure out exactly who created that pipe bomb and put it outside at this front entrance here. But for now, you can see that the hospital is back up and running as normal, and no more of that entrance is blocked off. Live at Sacred Heart, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Thank you very much, Nicole. And of course, we will keep you updated on the latest developments from that story here on Up with KREM, as well as KREM.com. Let's turn our attention back outside with Evan Arani this morning. It's our Finally Friday forecast. What's looking like outside, man?
Hey, so far so good. 65 degrees as we kick off our Friday morning. It's partly cloudy today. In fact, mostly cloudy as I look outside here from the Outdoor Weather Center. We're taking a look at what we've got going on across the weekend forecast, right? Not only today, your Friday, but also through your Saturday and Sunday. And with it, hey, things are looking really nice. Take a look. We've got 81 degrees for your Saturday, 88 for your Sunday. Notice the discrepancy between those two temperatures, and the reason for it is a cold front coming through tonight and tomorrow that will knock those temperatures down into your Saturday and then warm us right back up again into your Sunday. So as I mentioned, outside right now, mostly cloudy skies, though as I look off toward the horizon where we've got the sun coming up, hey, things are looking actually really nice, and we're seeing some parting of those clouds. Here's satellite radar, a few showers to kick off the morning, nothing major at all. Looking at mostly dry skies across the northwest. Hour by hour today, we're going to warm up to the upper 80s. 89 degrees is that forecast high for us. We kick off the morning with some cloudy conditions and calm winds, and then those winds are just going to increase throughout the day while the clouds decrease. So it's kind of a switching of the weather pattern as opposed to the dry weather and the calm weather that we're starting off the morning with, and the cloudy weather. We're going to move towards sunny conditions, but we are going to see that breeze increase. So we'll have more details on what that wind is going to mean for us into the rest of the day, which includes fire danger, choppy waters out there. Details are coming up in just a bit, but for now, Joshua, back over to you.
Thank you very much, Evan. We are tracking other breaking news this morning here at 6:03 on your Friday. New overnight crews responded to a fire at a Spokane Valley apartment complex early this morning. They responded to the University Apartments on 3rd Avenue around 3 o'clock. And according to firefighters, a garage not attached to the homes was on fire. Now, they were able to put it out in about 5 minutes, and no injuries have been reported. Crews are still investigating what sparked that fire this morning. Time for your morning rush. More news in less time. Washington is now officially applying for unemployment assistance from the federal government. That's the extra $300 a week that will go straight to jobless workers here in our state. Washington will apply for the Lost Wages Assistance Program through FEMA. Now, if approved, the unemployment office will be able to provide benefits for up to 3 weeks for those who have lost work due to COVID-19. It's unclear how soon unemployed workers will get that money. A missing woman in Sandpoint has been found after being lost for 6 days. Motorcyclists found Kiana Crum walking on state lands in the woods above Mirror Lake. She was with her dog in poor health and was transported to Bonner General Hospital. We're told she's now safe with her family, and Kiana says she walked away from her car that was parked in the Talachi-Sagal area and became lost and disoriented. A man has been arrested in Seattle for murdering 2 people. We first brought this story to you back in June when a group of teens were making a TikTok and found 2 bodies. The victims have been identified as Jessica Lewis and Austin Winner. Both died of gunshot wounds and were ruled as homicides. Court documents indicate the suspect and victims knew each other and had gotten into a dispute over rent money. A judge found probable cause and has set bail at $5 million. That's your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM. Coming up on 6:05 now, Airbnb has now banned house parties worldwide. A lot of Airbnbs already have rules set for parties from their hosts, but the San Diego-based company reports nearly 75% of its listings already do explicitly ban parties. So we reached out to a local Airbnb superhost, and he shared why he doesn't allow parties at any of his listings.
It's very rare for especially young people nowadays to respect things that aren't theirs and that they didn't work for. And, you know, the lack of respect, and especially when people are partying, that's my main thing. And my neighborhood, and that is my home, you know, and those neighbors are my friends. And the last thing I want is for them to be disrupted because of something that I'm directly responsible.
Now the company is limiting a rental home's capacity to 16. Legal action could be taken against guests and hosts who violate this ban, but exceptions might be offered for boutique hotels or other event venues. Now last week, for the first time, Airbnb did take legal action against a guest who held an unauthorized party in Sacramento County, California. Evan, we were talking about this earlier. I love going to Airbnbs, and I always feel like when I go, I'm extra careful with everything inside. It's not my stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's what the majority of Airbnb users do. I know for me, it's actually been cheaper most times to get an Airbnb versus a hotel room, even if it's just me or one other person. So I don't think the idea of Airbnbs being used exclusively for parties is accurate, but I do understand that, hey, all it takes is one, for your neighbors to not really trust you as much, for, you know, for things to get unruly. Yeah. And when that's all happening during the time of COVID, it makes sense. But like we said, I think it's kind of those few bad apples that are spoiling the bunch.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you're right. The policy makes sense, but yeah, let's just all be safe out there as we're making sure that we, you know, take care of other stuff as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
All
right, coming up, American Airlines is suspending some services to parts of the country. What you need to know if you're flying out east over the next few months.
And outside, it is a partly cloudy start to our morning. We'll take a look at your forecast after the break here on Up with KREM.